A date night on Friday, and we went to the movies, and we saw the movie The Resurrection of Gavin Stone. Really liked it. I would encourage you all to see it. It's a Christian film about a child actor who meets Christ after he weasels his way in to play Jesus in the church production. And it was just a fun movie to watch. So, The Resurrection of Gavin Stone. Now, famous person from the past, Roy Riegels. Does anybody know who Roy Riegels is? Does it sound familiar to anybody? Famous football player who made a famous football play. It was in the 1928 Rose Bowl. Roy Riegels played for the University of California. He was their center, and he was their nose guard. And halfway through the second quarter, one of his players fumbled the ball. Roy picked it up, immediately got hit, and turned around and ran 69 yards for the end zone. The wrong way. Finally, one of his own players caught up to him when he decided that he was headed the wrong way. It was on the 3-yard line. He was tackled. They punted on the first play because they felt a little nervous being down there. And Georgia Tech scored, and they ended up losing the game 7-6. Wrong way Riegels. The reason I tell that story is I get concerned that we as believers might have taken a blow to the head and are running the wrong way. And that's why we shared the scripture that we shared today. In the book of Galatians, Paul is writing to the Galatians who are all caught up in trying to appease the Jewish law. And he says, if you do that to appease the Jewish law, you better keep the whole law. Because if you're going to try and please God through the law, then you do it that way. Now, if you want to take a different tact, and that is turning to Jesus, he will save you from your sin. Then we go to our gospel. Jesus gets up and he said, you don't understand. I'm doing what my Father wants me to do. And if you would ever lift me up, you would find out that I and my Father are basically one. He says, if you trust in me, you shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Let me take you to John 10, where Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and nobody comes to the Father but by me. He is the embodiment of everything we are looking for. Charles Finney was a preacher who traveled through the United States during the golden age of America's revival. And it was said once that Charles Finney walked into a factory and stood. And pretty soon, one machine stopped over here. And then another machine stopped over there, and another machine stopped over there. Finally, the entire plant was silent, and people fell to their knees and began to cry out to God for forgiveness. And Charles Finney did nothing but step into that factory and stood on the floor. That's all he did. He never preached a message. The conviction of God was so powerful around him. This Charles Finney spoke about two things. One was you need to meet Jesus. The other thing he spoke about quite frequently was true and false conversion. He said, in my ministry, I have found that there are people who are truly converted and then people who are falsely converted. And he said from the outside, they look pretty much the same. They attend church about as much. They sing about as loud. They read their Bible equally. He said, but there's a problem. And this is the problem. Some have never met Jesus. It was a false conversion. He said, here's how you tell the difference. Number one, true conversion falls in love with Jesus and serves him out of that love. False converts are just doing their duty. True converts get joy out of walking with Jesus. False converts, it's sort of like taking medicine. True converts choose Christ and desire to be there. False converts, it's a chore. Doing everything is a chore, and they do it because they have to. False converts sacrifice as time goes on because they know it's the right thing to do. True converts see it as an opportunity, a chance to get closer to Christ. Are you beginning to see the difference in the pattern? One is religious. One has a relationship with Christ. One is going through the motions. Another is finding breath and life and peace and joy. You see, we get this idea that as we come close to Christ, things get easier and everything falls in place. Ray and Jean, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here today, are you?
No.
So what happened? And why?
Because we want to be here.
But what happened? You should be in Texas, shouldn't you?
Yes, we should be in Texas.
But why aren't you in Texas?
My mother needed us.
Your mother needed you. Well, that was sad.
That's not sad.
No, it's not. Mom had a problem with her pacemaker and needed to have some emergency surgery to be done. How awful, isn't it? That they had to stay behind and miss part of their vacation because they wanted to show Mama that they loved her. Do you understand what I just said? Not that they had a duty to fulfill, but a love to express. We have this idea that every time we face a struggle, something bad has happened and we must have done something wrong. What did I do to deserve this? When in reality, inside everything that God brings into our lives, it's an opportunity to show what He has begun to do in and through our lives. Here's what happened with Jesus. People looked at Jesus and said this, I don't want you, Jesus. I'm going to serve the Father instead. You see, why would I mess with the Son when I can deal with the Father? And this Son here isn't worth my time because I go to the top and I'm dealing with Dad. And Jesus looked at them and said, I don't know how many times I and my Father are one. If you've seen me, you've seen the Father. I keep all of His commandments. I do what He tells me to do. I wish you could have walked up to
to them closely and knocked on their head saying, hello, you're missing the point. You see, what they wanted to follow was their idea of the Father. What they wanted of the Father. Sort of like the rebellious teen. Yeah, he's my dad, but I don't listen to him. Yeah, he supports me in my lifestyle, but I have no responsibility as far as anything he says, because I can do what I want. You see, I'm 18 and I'm all grown up. Nobody smiled when I said that. I'm 18 and I'm all grown up. Did you get that, Lyle? I'm 18 and I'm all grown up. Have you ever met an 18-year-old who was all grown up?
Used to be.
And it was only you. You see, that's the problem. We think that we accomplished something, we think that we're together, and we don't have to listen to anybody else. That's what happens with false conversion. We put on a suit of clothes. We wear a specific outfit. We have a different colored tie, and we think that somehow we fit it. I've been watching this TV show on Scientology, and what's interesting about Scientology is they have to keep everything a secret. Because if they told them what really was happening, no one would ever be a Scientologist. They have to get you into about, $100,000 before you find out that they believe an ancient astronaut came to this world. And then what they tell you is Carrie, what your problem is bad thinking. You just need to think better. And we can help you with that if you take our class. And it only costs like $65,000 for the first class. And we will remove these bad thought processes and give you good thought processes. And then what you can do is help others think real well. And then our world will become perfect and we'll all go to heaven. Well, not really heaven. It's sort of like we repopulate this earth because there is no heaven because we have an ancient astronaut. I don't know. It might be Kazoo. Did you ever see the Flintstones? Makes about as much sense as that. But after you've been taught for so long, it's just what you accept. And they walk around, and within Scientology, what they have is people telling on other people in case they start thinking wrong. And then they'll put you in a camp or they'll put you under house arrest until you think better. And let's say Mary Ann and Vernon all of a sudden don't like Scientology. I tell you, you can't talk to Mary Ann and Vernon because they're now bad people. See how that works? Let me tell you how the 4 different ways people try and make it in this world. Very first one is they ignore everything. I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to pay attention. You ever talk to somebody when you were a kid and they go, not listening? You know what we used to do as a kid? Whenever, like, I'd want a bat first, you know, and everybody was arguing, and you try and grab the bat, because the one who has the bat, you know, possessions is 9/10 of the law. As a kid, we took it a step farther. My eyes are closed. I'm not paying attention. And so if you get hit, it's your own fault. And then people, you just got to hold on to the bat long enough and I'll let you hit first. Oh, shut up, just don't do it. Let's get it over with. But that's how people treat spiritual life. I'm just not going to pay attention, then I'm not accountable. Second way is people try and get by in this world or make it to heaven, or however you want to put it, by being good. I'm going to be good. I'm the best person I know. I'm easy to get along with, Vernon. I'm a lover. I am. All I do is care. Big heart. That's me. And I give. I give so much that sometimes it hurts, Vernon. I just do. You can understand how tough life is for me, don't you? Me being such a good person. Just pray for me. Are anybody buying this? But that's how people think they'll make it to heaven. You do more good things than bad things, you go up. You do more bad things than good things, you go down. I've heard that preached from pulpits. Whether you're sincere or not. Third way people get to heaven, by the group they join. If you talk to a Scientologist, only Scientology can do any good for you. If you talk to a Lutheran, talk to a Catholic, talk to a woman's liver. Am I missing something? Did I miss out on that? That Lutherans should never date Catholics? Anybody? We have some long-term Lutherans here. Is that true? And I don't want to give the Lutherans a hard time. Catholics, were you supposed to date Lutherans? Because you know, it's only our group that's important. People say, why do you pick on Lutherans? Because I'm speaking to Lutherans. But let me tell you, if I spoke to Jewish people, you have to be Jewish. If you speak to the assemblies of God, we're the ones going to heaven. Everybody else is following behind. We're praying for them. Speak to a Baptist? Serious. I always like talking to Baptists when they explain to me how they know all about these spiritual things. And I said, where did the Klan start? Baptist churches. Isn't that a shame? But the Klan did start in Baptist churches. Do you think Jesus would have been a part of the Klan? Because all you're looking sort of silently at. Remember true and false conversion? It happens everywhere. It happens in all churches. It happens with a lot of different people. And the problem is they want to deal with the Father, not with the Son. I can tell you why that is, if you'd like to know. Because Jesus gets personal. The Father, you can keep him at arm's length and not have to deal with any of the stuff that is in your life. You don't have to tell anybody anything because it's my Father who is in heaven. And you can make up all sorts of stuff that tells you what you can and can't do, how you need to walk, how you need to saunter, how you need to look at things, and what's important. Whereas Jesus says, take my yoke upon you and your burden will be light. Remember what he said? He who keeps my commandments love me. Not the commandments, my commandments. My sheep hear my voice and they follow me. You know what Jesus' truth is? It's Jesus. Do you have him in your heart and life? Do Do you listen for his voice? Have you opened yourself up for his heart? Because that's what he wants from you. God is not interested in your money. God is not interested in your talent. God isn't interested in your sacrifice. He wants you. Lock, stock, and barrel. Walk with me. You see, that's the only way to salvation. Book of Romans, book of Galatians deals with it very appropriately. You make little sacrifices here and there, and you think you have done something, but in reality, all you have done is kept me at arm's length, because I am looking from you a relationship that puts me first in everything. Because what you don't understand is I am the Father. I am who he wants you to follow and be a part. And I am not interested in anything less than filling your own heart and mind with me. You can't save yourself. Ignoring him doesn't make him any less real. Being good is not good enough. It's him. It's him, it's him, it's him. And I'm available. Invite me in, and I will come into you, and you will be my disciple. Simple as that. Stand with me, please.